Let's cross now to London, where we're joined by our correspondent in the UK, Jonathan Sacerdoti. And Jonathan, Theresa May had been rather cautious in committing to joining the US in an attack in Syria. Now that the OPCW seems to have confirmed the British government's fears that this, in fact, was a chemical attack, or that chemical residue was found there, it must be a pretty big win for May, who faced opposition from other parliament members.
Theresa May, like all other world leaders at the moment, will be aware of the very tense situation. She has committed herself to helping Donald Trump should he decide to strike in Syria. Indeed, she had that emergency cabinet meeting where the cabinet also agreed to back her. But they seem to be waiting to find out exactly what the united international effort will be. But in a development in the Sergei Skripal poisoning case, we saw today an escalation in the rhetoric and the arguments being used by both the Russians and the UK. We saw, for example, some more of that evidence that the British have used to point the finger at Russia. There's been the criticism that the detection of a Novichok nerve agent didn't necessarily mean Russia had carried out this attack. But we saw a letter today from Sir Mark Sedwill, the National Security Advisor to NATO, in which he outlined some of the further evidence that the United Kingdom has used, suggesting that, in fact, Sergei Skripal and Yulia Skripal, his daughter, had been under email surveillance by the Russians, who had hacked her email over several years in recent times. Also, they outlined the fact that they said Russia had been testing the use of Novichok agents on door handles, which is believed to be the way in which it was administered in this attack, as well as several other pieces of evidence which don't necessarily rely on the OPCW's finding that it was Novichok, but give a whole collective argument as to how this could have been carried out by Russia.
All right, Jonathan Sacerdoti, following that still developing story in London for us. Jonathan, thank you very much.